Hello, Renata here. Trying to get this thing to stay up. Okay, as you can see, or as you should be able to tell, I'm in a different location. Woo! All right, yes. Oh my goodness, it's actually right here. Okay, yes, it came on. Woo! I was looking at the notifications and it actually notified that my live stream is on. I am not at my normal place, so to be able to get this notification is great. Let me see, let me pull into this so I can see myself. Why? Because I want to be able to see the comments, and this gives me a better chance of seeing the comments. Now, before I just now came on here, no, actually, first things first, I want to say hello, Renata here. How are you all? How is your Friday going? Yep, it's Friday. How is your week? How did your week go? Um, I know you saw in the comments that it was saying Keke Palmer and the alphabet community. I'm going to be talking on several subjects. These are different things that I've been seeing, especially over the past few days, but that I really wanted to and had to talk on. The Keke Palmer thing. I know there are several aspects. I'm going to go into no, three aspects. First of all, with that, I'll put that on the board first. Keke Palmer. First of all, with that, Keke Palmer, I don't know if it's a thing of her being postpartum, because a lot of women, and I say this because I'm a teacher, so I've been taught this, I've been trained this, I've seen it. Women postpartum deal with their selves, their bodies, their hormones, their balance in different ways. Some deal with it in the factor of they can't stay inside. Some deal with it in the factor of they can't not have sex. Um, and they wind up pregnant like almost back to back. And they're like, what? But and those are two things, like I said. And there is another one. There is also the fact that the mother post pregnancy will want to do things. She will want to prove, oh, I got it, I still got it. Or if she didn't have anything before, speaking of like curves and different, things that are in the shape, she will take that time out to really begin to try to show off and flaunt what she never had initially had. So, therefore, we don't know. We cannot judge. We cannot, first of all, we don't want to judge, but we cannot know what Kiki's thoughts were. We can't judge how that happened, how, who, how that whole thing went. Did her boyfriend know? Did she say anything to whoever to whom it may concern? I know that people are gonna say Keke Palmer is a grown adult. She having a kid of her own. She's a full grown adult. Yes, that is true. But there's also the understanding of consequence or reaction of you putting yourself out there in a certain way. Kiki put herself out there with nothing basically on. She was showing everything, bottom wise. And then she was supposedly, and I say that because, well, I mean, she she didn't really show that she was with a man, in a relationship or anything of that sort. So that's swinging into the next part of it. The second one is, or the second point is, so the first point was that might have been what she wore and what she did might have been a postpartum mom's kind of hormonal thing where she was saying, I need to get some attention, I need to get out, I need to be me, I'm going to do what I want to do, I'm a grown woman. I could do whatever I want, but not realizing or not remembering that she was going to have consequences. And consequences does not always mean bad. Consequences doesn't mean something that only a kid gets, like a tap, tap, tap or something. Consequences can also mean what is the reaction from what you did. What is going to be the reaction from whatever, however we acted, however we behaved, whatever actions we took. So, like I said, moving to the second part of it, her relationship. We don't know what her relationship is. The father of the child, I mean, the father of her child, um, publicly stated what his supposedly his thoughts. He stated his thoughts, but we don't know what their relationship is. We don't know what kind of agreement they had or have. We don't know anything about their relationship. I don't even know anything about him. Some people are saying that he's worth millions. Some people are just like me and are like, never seen the man in our lives before or never even heard of him. So we don't know who he is or what to think about him. And so, for him to come up and all of a sudden, tell her, you a mom though. You are a mom though. It's the dress for, the lack of basically. And so we have to break that down, but we can't break it down. But because of the fact that he put it on social media, now it's leaving us no choice but to try to break it down in our own thoughts. We got uh, part one. Keke Palmer came on to Usher's, into Usher's concert and had on a see-through where you could see her bare bottom and you could see her skin and everything, and or just about everything. And then she grinded on Usher. So you got that. That's part one. And then part two is that, not to mention that she was a lie. She decided to go out like that and thought it was okay. Said it was okay, and nobody stopped her. Then you got the fact that the father of the child has stated his part. Now, the thing that we don't know is what is their relationship like? Are they all the way together? Like, what is their relationship of boyfriend girlfriend? What is that? Are they in like real where they're about to get married? Do they believe in marriage? What is their thing? Who is running what? What are their roles that they have put themselves into? And until we know that, we need to sit down, be humble, and leave those two to do what they're going to do. I wish them all the best, and I hope that they can be able to get themselves together. If you have any thoughts, please leave it in the comment section. I will be sure to look at it, whether it's on my screen that I'm on or whether it's on my computer screen as well. I will be sure to look at it and you can let me know because I want to be able to get you all's thoughts. I'm not trying to get opinions. I'm trying to get thoughts. Let's think about this. Let's think this through, which is a lot of what we have to do nowadays. So that being said, those are those points and we need to leave that to the side. Why? Because we can't do anything about it. We're not in charge of Keke Palmer. We don't know what she and the father of that child are doing. We don't know where they are in life. We don't know what their next step is going to be. I wish them all the best. I wish that they will be able to parent in the correct way and be able to have great parenting. But other than that, we have no say so. We have no nothing in the game. No, not even a blood, sweat, or tears. We have nothing in that game. So that being said, I just had to come in and comment on that. Why? Because everybody kept on talking about it and keeps trying to put their 2 cents in and their 3 cents. Well, I think. And we can't put in what we think. We have things that we've observed, and that is all that we're able to put in, is what we have observed. If they want to go on ahead and stay together, break up, be apart, parent successfully, whatever they call that, co-parenting, then I pray that their child be blessed. That's all I have to say about that, and that's pretty much on that. But if you have any thing that you have any comments of observations and what you are seeing from this, maybe we can all learn from this. We can learn what not to do or how to go into a great relationship. I know I've had some relationships where I'm thinking that they're great. Next thing I know, I realize, okay, this is not for me. This is not in my best behavior and in my best interest. God doesn't want me to be in this. And yes, I did say God doesn't want me to be in this. Usually I'm the one who takes the longest. So God's already been like, look, I done told you about 5 times ago to get out of this relationship and I'm slow to get out of it. So I understand that. Now, the next thing that we're moving on to, or I'm moving on to, is the alphabet community. I know that I say the alphabet community, but that's because I don't want to get taken off. I did a video last week on Friday. I tried to share it and it wouldn't share. I don't know what happened to it, but I looked at the live streams and it was not there. So I don't know what happened. But I am glad that I'm able to be on and I am able to be seen. I can see myself in this computer. And so I'm glad about that. So therefore, I'm not going to try to say anything that will get me taken off. Perhaps maybe I said something last week that got me taken off. I don't know. So with the alphabet community, I wanted to talk about that because we're having so many things that are coming up now more than ever. People that are first of all needing the help of certain ones in the alphabet community to help to 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 get to the bottom and the core of what is going on, to help to really let us understand what is it that these that you want. What is it that you want, and you want? And I say that because I've looked at some videos where certain ones in certain pockets of those communities have gotten on and have said, look, I know what they keep on putting out there publicly about alphabet community, but we as particular are not wanting to be alphabet community. We don't have but so much in common. We want ourselves to be known. We want this to be known. We want to do these things, and yet they're lumping all of us into one. And they understand themselves that this is hurting them. Now, unfortunately, because of the system that tries to run with the whole thought of alphabet being all one community, we are one, that it makes it where people don't understand the reality. And it's unfortunate, but I've started to see more of the reality, the real message, the real understandings, and the real words of them coming out. No puns intended, but coming to light. And it really allows you to realize, or allows me to realize, even when people as human beings try to push something and push, reality and life are going to force them to come back to the correct form. It's like a rubber band. If you try to pull and stretch that rubber band, it's not going to stretch but so much. It'll come right back. It'll either pop out of your hand one way or another, or if you're not lucky, it'll break and it'll really hit you and really hurt you. And we don't understand about the whole part about breaking. But if we don't, as human beings, not animals, but human beings, use our brain to think, not just have feelings. Oh my gosh, my feelings, my feelings, my feelings. I feel. If we don't stop and start using our brains to think, what is the reality? What is the truth? Now, once we get back to the reality and the truth of it, what do we do from there? And that is what these alphabet community people have individually done nowadays. They've started speaking up more and more on different subjects and telling, hey, look, we are not about that life. We're not about that. We don't want to do that. When you see it going extra, we're not in that. What we wanted was the chance to be able to be treated equally. Now the others, they have come running in, trying to run up and trying to make it seem like if you don't understand and you don't accept us and you don't agree with us and if you don't uphold what we believe, we're going to la 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 la. And and those are the things, that's the time when the limit has come. I'm not saying anything needs to be done to harm anybody. I wish no ill will or harm. But we need to come back to understanding truth, reality, and the fact that reality has a limit. You cannot go past reality. I know Disney and fairy tales and Hallmark have made it seem like romance and your dreams. A dream is a wish that your heart makes, and that fairy tales are true. But there is a such thing as reality. Some people are beating against reality so much, beating their head against reality so much that they are just going to wind up having to be in the hospital. They'll be hurt, they'll be injured. Some, I'm not even going to say. Some will wind up running out of the chance to understand what reality is. I'm not saying I'm wishing any of this on anyone. I'm just saying what reality is saying. I hope, and my deepest hope and my sincere prayer is that we will be able to. I keep looking up because I'm trying to find the words to elaborate what I'm trying to say. My mind is going, and I'm trying to slow it down so I can say, but if we don't stop and stop with the feelings and my emotions and trying to, I'm needing to speak my part, we are not going to get anywhere. All we're doing is we're becoming passive aggressive. We're becoming very softly passive aggressive. I've seen people that have really literally been passive aggressive, softly passive aggressive. They'll be in a conversation. I feel that now, mind you, this will be the example. This is purple. Some will be like, I feel that, like, I don't like purple. I don't like that color. I think that, like, it should be another color because, like, I just don't feel right with purple. It's just got, I don't like it at all. And I just really feel that it should be like another color. That is an oppressive color. Meanwhile, it's like, this is purple. It's not an oppressive color. It just is purple. You could walk away from it if you want. But people will get an attitude and tell you, well, I think you're hurting my feelings and you are very much violating my privacy and my feelings, and you're violating my amendment. And I think that you need to change your attitude and change that color. Meanwhile, we have really just lost touch with the fact that some things are how they are. They are. I sometimes don't like it as much as anybody else, but it is what it is. We have to find out what is it. And that brings me back to the alphabet community. We have to find out what their core is, what each part of the core is. There needs to be help to find out what that core is. And it needs to be spread out, separated. So not so that it could be segregated and pushed down, but so that we can be able to, or they can be able to be precise with what they want. Because if you're able to be precise with what you want, then you have a better chance of getting it. Because the way that they're going now and it's being thrown, they're being thrown about with it now. They can't get what they are actually wanting to say. What their actual thought and their plan and their actual goal is not seemingly being able to be reached because now it has been infiltrated with so many things. I hate to say propaganda, but so many things that the system and that politicians and that the government are trying to pull it this way and that way and this way and that way. I've seen some people that are in that community that have started speaking up lately, and I'm like, you're very sensible. Why can't you speak for, like, what is wrong? They need to be like you. Like, what are we doing? I can talk to you. I've seen some people that I'm like, I can talk to you. You're sensible. I can respect that. Do I agree with it? I don't have to, but I respect everything in that. So I thank you for those that are coming in and that listen to this and look at this, please like, share, and subscribe because lately my videos have not been getting any chance to be viewed, and I need the algorithm to pick this up so that we could be able to not spread but understand and have a moment to just breathe, breathe and stop and contemplate what is really going on. And I'm promising you that's not a bad thing, to just stop for a moment and think what is really going on. Like I will tell you another example. My mom has a dog, and I personally get the chance to deal with the dog. I love the dog. My mom spoils the dog. And I look for the most at Caesar Milan. And when Caesar Milan would be on, he would say, you have to make sure that you calm yourself down. Your energy is what the dogs feel. So therefore, if you have high energy and you're, stressed and everything, the dog is going to feel that, or your pet is going to feel that. So therefore, you need to be relaxed. You need to be calm. That's the way to be able to get anything, let alone get the chance to have your dog be calm with you. And we need to not only take that for dogs, but we need to actually take that for our lives. When you're calm and stress free, or at least have a little bit of stress, as little as possible, then it helps you out so much more. It allows your health to stay. It allows your blood pressure to stay down. You get more energy, more breath in, more air, and you get to let more of the carbon dioxide out. You get the chance to really be able to calm yourself down, release that stress and those toxins. And that's what we need to do. And I'm not just saying it just because I'm saying it. I'm saying it because I'm a teacher. I've been trained in this. I've actually had the experience over the years of being able to see this actually happen, and that it actually helps. And doctors have also said this, scientists and doctors, the ones that really care, not the ones that are trying to do the pharmaceutical and trying to make the money, but the ones that actually care, the family practitioners, the ones that are homeopathic doctors that are like, yes, I care, and this is what I've been trained in, and this is what we know, and this is what we do. So that's why I'm telling you all these things. So we've talked about Keke Palmer, we've talked about the alphabet community, we've even talked about being able to just de stress by being calm, breathing in and out. So I thank you all who are coming on here. I thank you so, so, so much. Happy Friday. I'm going to get off now so you can go on ahead and hear about whatever else you want to hear about. Please don't infiltrate your mind with too much gossip and drama. Make sure that you have your chance to just calm down, go outside, breathe, walk, and see life as it is going on. Because we only get one life. So I'm hoping that you all will have the best, the safest, and the most fun this weekend. And I will do the same. So I thank you all for listening, and I'm going to get off. Renata out. Bye.